Vice President Kamala Harris will leave Jacksonville any minute now. We want to give you a live look at Air Force Two on the tarmac at JAX. The Vice President spoke at the Ritz Theater about controversial changes approved this week by the Florida Board of Education. Air Force Two landed about 2:15 this afternoon. Obviously, looks like it's just getting ready to take off. Harris greeted by Jacksonville Mayor Donna Deegan. Mayor Deegan says Harris congratulated her on her win and thanked the city for being so gracious during this very quick visit. Our coverage begins tonight with News 4 Jax reporter Janice Harris, who is live at the Ritz. Janice?
Vice President Kamala Harris speaking behind me. You see they've already broken down. She talked for about 23 minutes, and she made her view about recent changes in the state of Florida for education very clear, calling for the changes to African-American history, saying that it is a disservice to our children, and calling it divisive language, is saying that with it being a disservice to our children, in addition to that, the rest of the world knows the truth about the American history and slavery. Take a listen.
Building in a handicap for our children, that they're going to be the ones in the room who don't know their own history when the rest of the world does? Think about this for a moment. The levels of proportion. So when I think about where we are, I do believe that our strength as a nation has always been because we are continuously and always invested in fighting to reach our ideals. And let's remember the preamble to the Constitution of the United States. Bancroft. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, is part of the spirit behind our founding as a democracy. Now, when adults know what slavery really involved, come on. Adults know what slavery really involved. It involved rape. It involved torture. It involved taking a baby from their mother. It involved some of the worst examples of depriving people of humanity in our world.
Vice President Harris also saying that there have been some really specific attacks on the LGBTQ plus community, and on women should have the ability to decide how they want to choose to operate, live their lives, and also have decisions over their bodies. In addition to saying this is not the first time she says that history has been denied. Take a listen.
This is not the first time in history that we've come across this kind of approach. This is not the first time that there are powerful forces that have attempted to distort history for the sake of political ends. Think about in the past how we have seen attempts to minimize and even deny the Holocaust. Think about those who tried to rewrite the history of the Japanese internment camps, erase our nation's dark and sordid history and how we have treated the Native people, and in particular through educational systems.
And though Vice President Kamala Harris has already left the stage about 30 minutes ago, her words have resonated with many people here. Coming up tonight at 6, she also talks about a coalition and people uniting. What she believes that should be as the next step. That's coming up tonight at 6. Reporting live from the Ritz in La Villa, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Janice. And Governor Ron DeSantis responded to the vice president's visit with a statement on his Twitter page. It says, in part, Democrats like Kamala Harris have to lie about Florida's educational standards to cover for their agenda of indoctrinating students and pushing sexual topics onto children. Florida stands in their way, and we will continue to expose their agenda and their lies.